but it looks like an enlargement or whatever. But yes, since we are not changing this scale factor beyond 1, we are only inverting the shape. Okay, so let's see. Minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1. If it acts on 0, 1, what do we get? We must get this, right? So, what's that? Let's see. 0, 0. Then 0, negative 1. Does it work for this?
Yeah.
Yes. So, if it acts on this, you must get this. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Minus 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 1, 1. So, what do we have? Negative 1, 0, that's negative 1, right?
Yeah.
Negative
Is
1.
it low?
Yeah.
Negative 1.
It actually shut down, sorry.
Oh no. Then this is what?
Negative 1.
Oh,
So it works, right?
yeah.
Is it shut down totally?
Yeah, just now it shut down and then I
Okay.
restarted again, but I don't know if that one's lost or what.
So does this make sense? So indeed, this matrix. So what do you notice about that? Something changed, right? It looks like the identity matrix, but with negative in their leading, with negative 1 instead.
I'm kind of confused.
About what?
The last
What are you confused about? 180 is responsible for from here to here.
I know that it works, but I'm not sure what.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so think of this as this. Do you agree? Now this K is the scale factor from what we said. Are you on here?
Yeah.
Everybody listen, I understand his concern. So let's picture it together. He's asking why we have this in this way. I would have expected, if I didn't know anything about matrix transformation, that maybe the 180 should be the combination of the two, having minus 1, right? But instead, the minus 1 is on the leading diagonal. Okay? So, it's wondering why we have that. So, for a scale factor of k, we agree that this is the matrix responsible for transformation. If the scale factor is negative k, not only will it be bigger, but it will be inverted in opposite direction. I think that was the worksheet I sent to you on Friday when I wasn't here, right? It will be bigger and in the other, so that's why I gave this example. If I'm going to enlarge this shape about the origin using a scale factor of negative 2, it means you draw your ray. If this ray is m, you measure 2m on the other side. That gives you the image of this part. You measure this, if this was x, you measure 2x on the other side. That gives you the image of that. Then for this, you measure this, if this was p, then 2p. That will give you the image on the other side. So you join this together and you get the image. Now, if this was x and the scale factor was negative 1, it means you have to measure the same x on the other side. So which means using this matrix, you are not enlarging, you're actually just inverting it in the opposite direction. You are kind of trying to enlarge, but instead of enlarging, you just work on the inversion alone. So if you look at this, if this is moved 180 degrees, this is actually what you get. So that is why this is a rotation in 180 degrees. Okay? It's similar to this, indeed. I understand your concern. It's similar. What happens if you have what we think should have been? What happens, anybody?
Negative 1.
So this would be negative 1, 0. So let's see. This is this. What is negative 1, 0?
Reflects along y with negative x.
Where is it?
This one.
When x is negative 1, y is 0. So that's the reflection.
Across the y on negative x.
But which is actually not the same as this, is it? Oh yes. Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So remember I also said you can't use the same matrix for two different transformations. Does it make sense now? Any questions?
So then on the test, if we need to do the matrices, do we need to memorize all of these or work
That
them
is
out?
why I do not want you to memorize.
Okay.
So pick a point. You already know this is almost the same from identity matrix, but just different permutations. So if you can't remember which one exactly, you know different permutations to take, to check.
Oh, okay.
Does it make sense? There's a way you can actually get, but I think it might be just complicated and time wasting for us. So take this. Can you help me? My hand is kind of dirty. Else, quickly. So that is a summary of everything we have talked about. Can you stick that in your notes? Yeah, that's what we're sharing right now. Maybe you share
It's like this, right?
Covered up.
Pretty astronaut is great.
Yanko is great.
Yep. Yep. Hey, birthday girl.
Oh, I'm one extra.
Stick that in your notes, everybody. Guys, can I ask you to start from the last page? There's a reason. The first page is 2014. Some of the areas tested is no longer in the syllabus. Something about stretching is no longer in the syllabus. Not like stretching like you do during the break. Not that kind of stretching. So stretching used to be in the syllabus. Even on the checklist on this board, I cancelled that. If you notice, I cancelled two things here. Because they are no longer in the syllabus. Okay? Of course, we will do it, but we can skip that, but we can also do it. So just start from the back page. So you are less concerned about the one on the first page. Start from the back page. So the questions on the back page, they are one page questions from 2018. Then you have from 2013 and 2017, then 2018 again. Then 2014 is the one that is no longer in the syllabus. Okay, so start from the back page quickly. Is anyone absent? Why do I have an extra paper?
Rudy.
Oh, yes.
Girls play game.
I play game, but I didn't play
Oh, that's bad, friends.